Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Yesterday I released my video where I take a look at 4 stocks I'm planning on buying this week and kind of show my overall buying list. Today the market was pretty red, right? We definitely see some buying opportunities, so I'm super excited. So I said, hey, let's give out two more growth ideas at the moment. If this is your first time here, guys, make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you want to get 10 free stock ideas, make sure to check the pinned comment. Well, let's get started with today's episode. So like most of you guys, I am a long-term investor and always looking for some buying opportunities. Today we're going to take a look at Mercadolibre, traded under the Nasdaq as ticker MELI. And I should have posted at the beginning of this episode my 6-figure portfolio. It is a bit down today. I don't know where I'm putting it or if I put it already. It is down a bit today, but as a long-term investor, this is pretty much just noise, even after days like today. So Mercadolibre right now down 5.43% on the day. This is probably one of the biggest red days I've seen. I feel like in growth stocks, maybe not the individual market, but I've seen in individual growth stocks. We can see the stock price from its 52-week high. The stock isn't down too much. We can see, I believe this would be its 52-week high closing, is down about 10.89%. For those that are not familiar with Mercadolibre, they are an Argentina company. They're pretty much the Latin America e-commerce giant right now, seeing crazy growth, and right now sitting at a market cap of $87.9 billion. So we can see a few things affecting Mercadolibre is today on September 27th of 2021, there was an analyst that downgraded from a buy to a hold. That kind of brings a little bit of negativity in the bearish sentiment towards the stock. Another thing is we're seeing the opposite, right? There are also some other analysts who kind of gave a price target to 2,200 from 1900. So analysts in Wall Street, just like every time, they are all over the place. Some are bullish, some are bearish. We do want to see is Mercadolibre, like I mentioned, they are in the e-commerce business. They're hitting Latin America. 3 main countries that they're hitting are Argentina, Brazil, and Mexico. And here on August 25th of 2021, Mercadolibre adds e-commerce delivery jobs for independent contractors in Mexico. And normally that's when you start to see, when you're seeing either heavy volume or you really want to increase the amount of services or products you offer as an e-commerce, you have to have those last mile drivers. And Mercadolibre is trying its hardest to kind of compete with the competition in that industry, right? But one of the greatest things, I want to say, a huge growth potential for Mercadolibre is here. We can see this is an eMarket May 2021 update right now that shows that Latin America e-commerce continues to grow at dramatic levels, and it's expected e-commerce penetration growth in Latin America right now in 2020 is about 9%. That grew hugely in 2019, almost doubled its size. In 2021, it's expected to be 10.8% of total retails, and by 2025 is expected to be 13.6%. Even though this growth individually seems small, right? I mean, but still, a total retail size, that is huge and can definitely be a bullish size for companies like Mercadolibre. Do you want 10 free stock picks right now? Well, if you do, let's take a quick listen to today's sponsor, a great reason why I'm able to provide so much content to you guys for free. I want to thank the Motley for sponsoring this video. Motley is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with the Motley to bring you 10 free stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beat the market by more than 4x. Go to fool.com/Jose to get your free 10 stock picks now. Some other things kind of really affecting Mercadolibre or kind of showing the kind of growth that they're seeing. On September 13th, e-commerce company Mercadolibre and venture capital fund on Monday announced the creation of a special purpose acquisition company to invest in digital businesses in Latin America. One thing that we're going to see in Mercadolibre is they're really trying to improve their overall fintech market. They're trying to include their logistics market and kind of making acquisitions. Now with them kind of doing this special purpose acquisition, whenever they find a company, they will be a good position ownership of that business, which can help them accelerate their Mercadolibre e-commerce world, right? So another thing here in August 25th of 2021, Mercadolibre announces an acquisition of Cangu, which is a Latin America logistics operator. This logistic operator, they were already in a strategic partnership. Now this acquisition was more just to acquire shareholder control of the company. But this is consistent with the platform strategy to increase in investment across its logistic networks. I believe for e-commerce company, the logistic market is what you really need to have a strong foothold in. And the final thing I wanted to take a quick look at is Mercadolibre showed strong earnings in their most recent second quarter of 2021 earnings, which were early in August. Unique active users grew 47% year over year. Gross merchandise volume grew 39.2% in United States dollars. Net revenue grew 93.9% in United States dollars. Commerce revenue grew 96.4%, and their second market, which is the fintech, grew 88.9%. So this is a huge growth monster, right? So this is why this one is making the list. All right, so the second company we're going to take a quick look at is OKTA, and this is kind of dealing with cybersecurity in one way or another. This is more of an identification company. So right now, OKTA is traded under the NASDAQ as ticker OKTA. We can see from its 52-week high, the stock is down roughly 17.25% with a market cap of about 37.34 billion. Not a huge company, not a small one either. So OKTA, like I mentioned, they are one of the world's #1 identity platform. So if you are, for example, working from home or working for some company remotely, you might have used OKTA in the past. It kind of makes sure that, hey, you are the person you say you are. It helps with authentication, making sure you're logging into the proper servers with the proper kind of clearance. And they're also kind of in customer identity. OKTA might be used by certain applications you might use. There might be some companies that are applications that when you log in, they might send you some form of authentication method. OKTA kind of works with it. It's just the identity protection platform. And like I said, I've personally used OKTA, and it's very, very impressive. So if we take a look, they reported earnings on September 1st of 2021, so less than a month ago, and revenue grew 57% year over year, with subscription revenue growing 59% year over year. And they increased their guidance for 2020, for the fiscal of 2022, which is what they're running right now. For the third quarter of 2022, they expect a 50% year over year growth rate. Pretty impressive. For the full year of fiscal year of 2022, which only has 2 more quarters, they expect about 49 to 50% year over year growth rate. So this is a nice growth company at the moment. Some recent news on September 24th of 2021, so this was a week ago, OKTA named to inaugural state ramp authorized vendors list. So pretty much this is a vendors list that gives a lot of government agencies the ability to, hey, yes, OKTA is in this list. Now we have the ability to kind of work with them to kind of purchase their solutions. Because when you're working with the government, or you're working with certain agencies, they have to meet certain criteria. I do want to say something kind of affecting OKTA, and the stock price was down about 4.72% on the day. Again, this is, I want to say, definitely a pretty red day for most of the market. On September 21st and September 20, you did see some insider sell a position. I personally don't think insider sellership is much of a bearish thesis. Some investors just want to keep track of it, so I wanted to show that. Another thing is, after they reported earnings, though, a lot of strong analysts kind of upgraded their price targets. Here we see 270 from 265, 300 from 260, 270 from 260, 293 from 265, 295 from 245, and 300 from 290. So analysts are pretty bullish on this company right now, sitting at 241. Most of these prices are at least over a 10% gain on the next 12 months. I believe OKTA is a one that's very interesting in the market. It's hitting. The next thing I wanted to take a quick look at were valuation metrics. I'm taking a look at forward price to sales ratio. OKTA right now is sitting at about 21.75. It is a bit cheaper than some of the past, but I still want to say, to me, OKTA right now is more of dollar cost averaging. Valuations, it still seems there has been times where it's been better buying opportunities. So for me, OKTA dollar cost averaging. Mercadolibre is sitting at a price to sales ratio of 9.474. Again, it's not as expensive as it has been in the past, but I don't consider it super cheap. These are two where more, if I'm bullish in the market, and I am for both of them, it's more of a dollar cost averaging position. If we take a quick look at technicals, very similar. They're not too overextended from short-term moving averages, maybe a bit overextended from long-term or more long-term moving averages. So for me, again, more of a dollar cost averaging. For OKTA, maybe a little bit more than MELI because it's not as overextended. But for me, both of them are dollar cost averaging positions right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.